One.
Welcome back to Dr. Walls and Friends. We are here with SOKE Warren, and we were just getting ready to start talking about the 3S program.
Yes.
And so tell us about what is that?
The 3S program is our social survival skill program for females, age 10 and above.
Okay.
But we can cater it to a smaller group, but we focus on 10 and above. And what that is more self-defense awareness than physical applications.
All right. Tell us about the difference between the two.
The self-defense awareness is to keep a person out of a bad situation or a potential dangerous situation, and also understanding the resources that might be available to use to protect themselves.
You know, that's such a good point. My mother used to always say to us when we were younger that you can do things that are preventative.
Yes.
So instead of getting yourself into a situation and trying to figure out how am I going to get out of this situation, you can avoid the situation altogether. So what are some key points? I know that, people can join the class and hire you to come teach different specialty classes. But what are some key points that you would like to give people?
It's not about pain, it's about pressure applications. Instead of having to teach a young lady who might be 75 to 100 pounds to punch a big guy or larger individual that's 6 feet, 260 pounds in the chest, you're not going to do much damage. But understanding a little about anatomy, understanding the outs and ins, your do's and your don'ts, what works. In my prevention awareness self-defense program for the female, we focus on something called a 1-2 self-defense.
Okay.
1-2 self-defense is an attack to the eyes or to the groins immediately.
Okay.
Those are vulnerable and very sensitive areas. So, and then you don't go beyond the call of duty or what the law would allow you to do. Because once the person can't do you any more harm, then the law's not on your side.
Okay. Okay. The other thing, we talked a little off camera about trusting your gut and intuition. Talk a little bit about that.
Everybody has that. Your gut feeling tells you a lot. For example, if you're walking down the street, as we said, and the light's on the left side of the street, and you want to walk on the right side in the dark, your gut feeling is going to tell you that might be a danger. So just walk on the left side with the light. So follow your gut feeling. Most of the time it's right.
It's the truth.
But we ignore it.
Yes. And learning how to trust yourself.
Yes.
I think that's a big piece of it. Now, you mentioned that the program starts at age 10, but you can cater to younger students. How come you chose age 10 as the starting point?
Well, we were looking at middle school kids in the beginning and trying to get a jump on things before they get into high school, because the middle school kids, they were out of elementary school, they were not in high school yet, so there was a molding point there that would carry them into high school, into college, into the adult.
And just that sense of security and that sense of self-assuredness, I think is so important. One thing is I've traveled around a couple circles now within the martial arts world. There are not a lot of women in the martial arts.
That's right.
There are some, and they're very high-ranking, a lot of the ones who I've had the opportunity to meet. But there's not a lot of women, and yet we live in a society, as we talked about earlier, that is very violent, and we know that there is a lot, women are attacked often from young ages on. And so the importance, and you can speak to this even more, the importance of our young ladies, the importance of our girls learning how to defend themselves.
A lot of programs cater to more males, and a lot of the females will rather be in a program by themselves than be in a mixed program with the males. They feel that they're not that competitive. That's a false assumption, because they are. I've had classes where it's predominantly just all females, and it works out fantastic.
Okay. That's good to know. As you were saying that, I was thinking about some of the gyms that are all female gyms because they don't want to work out with men or vice versa. And then I'm wondering how many female dojos or martial arts programs just all female there are. That's something I guess I'd have to take a look at. Yeah, that'll be interesting. So now, again, for women or programs that are interested in hiring you, what's the best way for them to get in contact with you about this program?
They could give me a call, go to the website, send me an email. If there's a particular area that they want to highlight, just let us know and we can cater a program to them.
All right, so tell the people, what's your email, telephone number?
Email address is SOKEHW @ AOL.com. And the telephone number is 904-710-0743. And we are the only Nisei Bujutsu on the entire internet.
Oh, wow. And how do you spell that?
NISEIBUJUTSU.
All right.
.com is the web address.
Okay, thank you. Well, what are some parting words that you can give our audience today, just overall about martial arts? What would you like people to know about it?
I would love for people to know that when you study martial arts, you study the entire circle of martial arts, not just one aspect of it. Because martial arts is a lifelong journey. It's not a quick fix. And most people, they want to come in and your first question they ask you, well, how long does it take me to get a black belt? 10 minutes.
Right.
I could go buy your black belt and give it to you, but you're not going to learn about martial arts that way.
Right.
It's a lifelong journey,
Right.
and it takes discipline.
I love it. And one of the things that you mentioned was even that you are known because you know the history
Yes.
of martial arts. And tell the people just some little facts about martial arts. Oftentimes, and I am a true lover of Kung Fu theater,
Yes.
okay, but martial arts goes way beyond that.
Way beyond that. Some of the oldest record known for martial art training and skills was coming from Africa,
Wow.
east of the Nile.
Wow.
And as I grew up, I mimic and mirrored a lot of the Asian arts because I had no knowledge of it.
Right.
It wasn't passed on to me.
Right.
And I think if everybody really go deep into their history, which most instructors don't go back further in their history because of various reasons.
Right.
But I think if they study more and more further beyond their instructor and their instructor's instructor,
Yes.
they'll realize that there's a lot of things that we have in common.
Yes.
And it's not as separated as most of us think.
Yes. I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
For having me.
All right. We'll see you again real soon on Dr. Walls and Friends.